Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spin Cycle, the show for short reviews of albums new and old. And today I'm going to be talking about Ensiferum's latest album, One Man Army, which was released on February 20th, 2015. Ensiferum is one of my favorite folk metal bands out there right now, and certainly one of the top 5 bands I would love to see live, and that's across the board, not just folk metal. Of any band I want to see live, they're in the top 5. They hail from Helsinki, Finland, and they're led by their original member, founding member, Markus Toivonen. And I know I'm going to butcher all the Finnish names here today. The band originally rose to fame with Jari Mäenpää, who went on to form Winter Sun as his side project. And they've had a number of lineup changes over the years, but for the past few years they've been fairly consistent. There has been a change within the last year. And they have been producing fantastic music since the late 90s, so they've been doing this for quite a while. So what about One Man Army? One Man Army is their 6th studio album, and it's the 3rd album with the same lineup. They've since replaced their keyboardist for personal reasons. For the most part, they've had the same lineup for the past 3 albums. The album itself is pretty amazing, but it also has a deluxe edition that has some bonus tracks on it, including a cover of the song Rawhide from the show Rawhide. And it's a curious thing to hear, I'll tell you that. So as for the album itself, this is a fantastic album. Ensiferum is in fine form once again with their epic, aggressive folk metal sound. And they use a variety of instruments, including the accordion as well as a choir, to really hit home the effect of their unique sound. It's a good mix, though, of speed and melody. There are some songs that are slower, some that are more epic, some that are more power metal, some that are more death metal, but they have a good mix of everything in there between their speed and their melody. Not to mention, because of the context of the songs that they're doing, the poetic lyrics in this are just fascinating. Now, you'd expect it to end with their 11-minute epic song, Descendants, Defiance, Domination, but it actually ends with this curious folk medley sung by Netta Skog, who is their new keyboardist, and she sings it absolutely beautifully in Finnish. From start to finish, this album is musical bliss, and if you're into folk metal, if you're into melodic death metal, this is just an absolute treat, and this album blows me away, and it's one of those that I wish everybody would hear, but I know it's certainly not everyone's cup of tea. So what about the songs themselves? The title track, One Man Army, is absolutely aggressive, it's brutal, it's fast, it's fun. It has all the epic nature that you would expect from an Ensiferum song, especially this great choral refrain. The same goes for Warrior Without a War. This is one of my 2 favorite tracks on the album, and it's mostly because of this choral refrain that, again, this is where the lyrics, the folk metal lyrics, really start to hit home in this album. This song, it follows sort of a slower interlude and then plays into this song. Just absolutely amazing. Two of Spades is one of those songs that almost feels out of place on this album, especially lyrically, but it's absolute fun. It's good, it's aggressive, it's a lot of fun. Acts of Judgment is the first song on the album. The album opens with a interlude type song, but then goes right into Acts of Judgment, and this sets the tone for the album, the aggression, the symphonic sound, the epicness of this album. But my favorite song is that 11-minute epic, Descendants, Defiance, Domination, which even has a little bit of country twang to it when it opens up, but this song has it all. It starts off kind of slowly, gets aggressive, has that choral, has the folk metal, you hear all the elements. Everything that makes Ensiferum great is in this song, in this 11-minute song, which is just mind-blowingly good. When I first heard it, I was just blown away by it. There aren't words to describe how much I love this song. Overall, I would say this is arguably their best album to date, but again, with a band like Ensiferum, how do you choose just one? There's certainly not a wasted track, and musically, it is pure, headbanging metal from one of Finland's, nay, one of the world's premier metal bands, if not one of the best bands in the world. And that's saying something, because probably not a lot of people listen to Ensiferum, but they should. And if you're going to get into Ensiferum, this is a great album to start. Between this and From Afar, this is absolutely one of the albums you should get into if you want to get into this type of music. So my top 5 for the week, songs that have been stuck in my head for this week. The first one is Sparta by Sabaton off their new album. You're going to be seeing a review of them next week with a special surprise as well. Ailstorm's Drink. Like I said, I've been on a folk metal kick lately, so Ailstorm just is the next logical step to go in there, and Drink is one of those just fun medley type songs. What's Up People by Maximum the Hormone. This song was featured in the show Death Note, which I recently watched, so that song is obviously stuck in my head as well. Hands of Gold off of Delane's new album, and the album itself is fantastic, but this song is awesome in itself because it features Alyssa White Gulls from Arch Enemy. And then Shadows of the Dying Sun. This song is in my head 99% of the time anyway, but especially now because we're almost at the time to release Insomnium's newest album, which I am absolutely psyched for, so I'm getting pumped up for the new Insomnium album. If you're a fan of Ensiferum, if you've heard this album, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you're interested, you should absolutely check this album out. Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Spin Cycle, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Hey everyone! Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, you can click over here to subscribe to my channel, or you can check out my website over here at dkestner.com, where you can find out more about everything I do, including the books I've written, like Elliot Knoll, and so many others. So, thanks a lot for watching.